After Times Now revealed how Maoists were plotting a Rajiv Gandhi-style assassination for Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the JNU gang has given the issue a stunning new twist. In fact, JNU student rights activist Shaila Rashid, in a tweet, trivialized Prime Minister Modi's security and tweeted saying that it was the RSS and Union Minister Nitin Gadkari who were actually planning to assassinate the Prime Minister and were planning to frame Muslims and communists for the same. Prashant and Megha now join us live for more on this big story. Prashant, coming to you first. Now, this is shocking. How can somebody trivialize something as serious as Prime Minister Modi's security? Because this is something that the cops found, the letters that Times Now had accessed, how there was indeed a plot to kill Prime Minister Modi, just like Rajiv Gandhi.
Well, Hina, it's not only shocking but also atrocious the way in which Shaila Rashid has come out. And the tweet, if you look at the particular tweet, it gives you a sense of how irresponsible the statement that is. Now, Shaila Rashid quotes, and she had tweeted it around 2:29 p.m. yesterday. It says, looks like RSS Gadkari is planning to assassinate Modi and then blame it upon Muslims, communists, and then lynch Muslims. Now, this is something that is absolutely atrocious at a time when all the security agencies were in a tizzy after that particular letter was found and broken on Times Now. You have these student activists who would call everything about free speech and everything altogether coming out and in a way directly pitting Gadkari and RSS versus Prime Minister Narendra Modi at a time when these leaders are openly going out for Sampark, for Samarthan. Now, this is very, very shameful, and it joins the dots that all these leaders, the way in which they have been attacking the Prime Minister, earlier it was verbal attacks, now it's also an attack in which one leader is pitted against the another. Now, we have also got a response from Union Minister Nitin Gadkari saying...
Yes, Prashant, in fact, we have a response as well coming in. Just stay with us. In fact, Union Minister Nitin Gadkari has responded to Shaila Rashid's tweet as well, and he has said that he would be taking legal action. In fact, he tweeted last night only and said, and I quote, that I would be taking legal action on anti-social elements who have made bizarre comments attributing personal motives to me regarding the assassination threat to the Prime Minister. So, Nitin Gadkari, the Union Minister, has threatened legal action against Shaila Rashid. Let's go across to my colleague Megha Prasad on this bit of this story. Megha, now the question really is that why is the target specifically Union Minister Nitin Gadkari? Of all the people, why is the target him?
Well, Hina, I think that's a question that Shaila Rashid should be answering. But then it's an insanely bizarre tweet, isn't it? To say that RSS and Nitin Gadkari are planning to assassinate Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And look at the tweets. I mean, the word that she has used, the way she has put out that tweet, without even bothering to put a disclaimer on the side, which she later claims that this was sort of a joke, that this is a sarcastic tweet. And look at how the minister in question here, Mr. Nitin Gadkari, is reacting to it. Well, you put something out in the afternoon, by late night the minister reacts, and then you take another good 2 hours to say that perhaps this was a sarcastic tweet and this is a look how the minister is reacting to it. Well, you should first realize that what you're talking about the security of the Prime Minister. Just 3 days back, you've had something as concrete as a letter by the Maoists talking about a plan to eliminate the Prime Minister. Does she even realize with what seriousness the investigation in that matter is going on by the police here? Does she understand the sensitivity of the issue that she is talking about or making fun about? Is the Prime Minister's security, the Prime Minister of India's security, an issue to joke about, to make fun of? On what grounds did she go ahead and say that RSS and Nitin Gadkari are planning to assassinate him? And let the tweet be there in social media for good 8 to 9 hours. Absolutely irresponsible. And then when the minister reacts to it, this is what she hides behind.
Yes.
Behind an excuse saying that this was a sarcastic comment. So she should well understand that one has to be responsible. She has lots of followers. Can she really say something as silly as this without any proof? I mean, can there actually be any proof in this matter?
Yes, that's the point. On what grounds is she making this kind of an allegation? And as you're mentioning, Megha and Prashant, after Gadkari threatened legal action, Sheila Rashid, in fact, posted another tweet attacking him. In her tweet, in fact, she said that leader of the world's biggest party gets worked up about a sarcastic tweet. Miss Sheila Rashid, that's the point that we're trying to make here. How can you take the issue of Prime Minister Modi's security so lightly? In fact, stay with us, Prashant and Megha. We have a reaction coming in from BJP leader Dr. Subramaniam Swamy as well. BJP MP Subramaniam Swamy has hit out at Sheila Rashid for her statements and has said that he will help Nitin Gadkari in taking legal action against the JNU activist.
I'm happy to see on television that Nitin Gadkari has said he will file a defamation case. I'll help him in that. I've got vast experience. I've never lost a defamation case, and to say this kind about him, I can then say that Sonia Gandhi was the one who drew up the killing plan, and so she has to face the court and give an answer or lose all her property. In the meantime, I'll ask the Vice Chancellor of JNU that if she's still studying there, kick her out. If she got a degree, withdraw the degree.
Let's go across to RP Singh of the BJP, who joins us on the phone line for more on this. Good morning, Mr. Singh. Thank you for speaking with us here on Times Now. What do you make of the developments that have taken place? First, you have Sheila Rashid clearly saying that it is RSS and Union Minister Nitin Gadkari who actually were plotting to assassinate Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And then she says that it was nothing but sarcasm, which perhaps the Union Minister couldn't understand.
So the likes of Sheila Rashid are basically front for the ultras and for the media and for the to cover up the ultras in the media. But fact is, if she has says that it's a sarcasm, but she will have to face the tune of law now, because she can't abuse a person, she can't ridicule a person, or she can't accuse a person, and no one gives a right. I mean, they talk about freedom of thought and process, but that doesn't allow a person to accuse other person of conspiracy, all this sort of conspiracy. Although, as per me, she did it to deflect the basic core issue that ultra Maoists, whom she covers up, are threat to the country, to Narendra Modi today.
Yes. Mr. RP Singh, she had nothing to say about the letters which Times Now had also exposed, which reveal this plan of these urban Maoists to actually target Prime Minister Narendra Modi. There was nothing about that.
I'm saying she's a cover. She's a cover for all those ultras. She's a cover for all those urban Maoists, and then they are the soft face of the ultra Maoists and then all those urban Maoists. So she was trying to actually deflect the issue from the core issue. So she tried to do it. She has done it with the objective. And objective is very clear that this probably will deflect the complete thing from the threat perception. I mean, they will never talk about threat. So only way to deflect is try to build up a new theory.
Okay, so BJP clearly feels that perhaps this was an attempt to deflect the attention, the focus from the key issue out there, what these urban Maoists were actually planning. Thank you very much, Mr. RP Singh, for speaking with us here on Times Now and sharing with us your perspective. In fact, earlier we got a reaction from Zafar Islam as well. Let's listen in to what he said.
The whole of India knows who is Sheila Rashid. Everyone knows she is a part of a brigade which wants to disintegrate India. Tukde tukde desh ki karenge. She is part of that brigade. And everyone knows that how disruptive she is. And this kind of a speculation only she can make, because that's her mindset. That's something which she has learned, she has been trained, and I think by speaking such thing, she only exposes herself.
Let's now go across to Shehzad Poonawalla, who also joins us on the phone line. Shehzad, good morning. What do you make of the turn that we have now seen coming in from Sheila Rashid? Earlier, she blames RSS and the Union Minister, Mr. Nitin Gadkari, for plotting to kill Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And then she says that perhaps it was nothing but sarcasm, which the Union Minister couldn't understand.
No, actually it was a case of fake news being spread by her, and once she was caught out, because Nitin Gadkari is known to take up these things seriously in the legal platforms, she did a U-turn after a couple of hours, and in the U-turn she says this is a sarcastic tweet as an afterthought, and she says innocent Umar Khalid. Now, let's examine if Umar Khalid is really innocent. He's eulogized Burhan Wani. Shaila herself eulogizes Afzal Guru and Burhan Wani. Umar Khalid was part of the DSU, which was banned by the UPA government for having Maoist links. He has called for the secession of Kashmir. He's been booked in the Bhima Koregaon violence. So, I mean, using the Umar Khalid card, using the victim card, and using this sarcastic tweet excuse after the afterthought, I think it has completely exposed the fake news that she was trying to spread. And I think it also falls in the category of 153A of the IPC, which prohibits one from spreading enmity between different religious groups. Because this tweet basically says that the RSS will kill PM Modi and will blame the Muslims, and the lynching of the Muslims will happen. So it's a Hindu-Muslim issue that is being perpetrated by her.
Yes,
so
and she's specifically targeting one particular minister, perhaps without any proof, so to say, and that's the reason why she had to make that U-turn later after facing immense backlash. Thank you, Shehzad Poonawalla, for speaking with us here on Times and sharing with us your perspective. Thank you, Megha and Prashant, for your inputs as well on this big story. Moving on, let's now get you news from the national capital. A high-level meeting is currently underway at Kejriwal's residence. Now, this is regarding preparations for 2019 and demand for full statehood for Delhi. That's the big update that we are getting for you. Let's go across to my colleague Prashant, who joins us for more on this. Prashant, give us more details. High-level meeting underway at Delhi Chief Minister's residence.
Well, absolutely, Hina, and this is in line with the preparations for 2019 elections. All the senior leaders, office bearers, any members are at the residence of Arvind Kejriwal right now. It's Arvind Kejriwal who is in fact chairing that particular meet. And as I said, this is for the preparation of 2019. And also, what's very important here to note is that the meeting is also for the demand to discuss all the issues related to the demands for full statehood of Delhi. Now, this is something that has been brought in this particular assembly session of Delhi, and Kejriwal has been gunning for full statehood while the Congress and the BJP have been opposing it. But yes, what's important here to note is that this meeting will also discuss in a way the number of seats that Kejriwal might want to give to the Congress party if in case the Aam Aadmi party goes into alliance with the Congress party, a thing that Ajay Maken, the Delhi Congress chief, has absolutely denied. But yes, what we are given to believe from our top sources is that the top leaders from both the parties are in talks with each other, and there might be a possible alliance between these two parties as the days progress for 2019 elections.
All right, Prashant, thank you for joining us and getting us those details. We'll keep coming back to you for more on this big story.